Hello everyone, and welcome back to the game. I'm Green Bean.
And I'm Sapare.
We're reading Cards Against Equinity, Part 3.
How beautiful our kingdom has become. Princess Luna soared among the clouds far above the city of Canterlot. The mountain was almost invisible in the darkness, but the twinkling lights below easily marked out the urban sprawl clinging to the mountainside. Between the sparkles below and the stars above, lost in endless comforting darkness, she felt right at home. The night was warm, lacking in any real bite from the wind, and thus Luna immediately twigged to the soft burning sensations, touching the tips of her ears. No pony really knew what caused this occasional yet random occurrence, but a fairly common explanation was based on superstition than anything else, that it had the sign of somebody talking about you from far away.
Aside from, it's a shame that I was gonna say, actually, like, this paragraph actually started off really beautiful. Like, just the idea of the night sky and Luna and all of that, but yeah. Dun dun dun! Luna has, yeah.
Luna senses. Luna remembered the story from long ago, on the time of her first rule, and she smiled. Folding her wings, she dipped below the cloud line, wondering who might possibly be discussing her, and what lovely things they could be saying. It must be really annoying if, like, this game became famous, like, the whole ears just would not stop burning.
Well, I was gonna say, also, you think that would mean her ears would always be burning? She is a freaking princess. I mean, I know people probably don't talk about her all the time, but come on, you're saying that after her return, there wasn't, like, a bunch of talk about Princess Luna? I call hacks.
I call it moon hacks.
Exactly.
Gravity couldn't hear anything above the laughter. Most of it was coming from Rainbow Dash across the table, but Pinky to her left was certainly pitching an admirable quantity herself. Either side of the unicorn, Twilight and Applejack were not laughing. In fact, Rarity got a strange sensation of feeling like she was sandwiched inside an oven. So potent was the blushing embarrassment radiating from both of them and permeating her personal space. But come on, you don't mind being in an oven of the main six.
Yeah, I mean, you're a marshmallow pony anyways. It's fine. You gotta get used to it eventually.
I don't know if putting a marshmallow in an oven is a good idea.
Well, okay, not an oven per se, but, you know.
Not to mention Fluttershy, who had once again emigrated from her seat to seek refuge in the floor below. Rarity didn't know where to look, so she sighted downwards on the rest of the cards. Beside them, the upturned card she had just read out was... Oh, fuck. The upturned card she had first read out for the round. It had been Rainbow Dash's card, and boy, had she made good on her threat from before. Who helps Princess Luna unwind? Big Mac's big surprise.
Big Mac's big surprise. The newest meal by McDonald's.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Exactly.
Rarity was lady first and foremost, but she had taken the game's first few rounds in good spirit, playing along to the unique humor. Sure, it was slightly undignified, but she had cried, tantrumed, lost all reason and much more among her close friends, and they had thought any less of her then. So, well, that's mostly because they can't think any less of her. So what was a bit of playful teasing behind closed doors after all?
Exactly. They literally couldn't think any worse of you, Rarity. You're like bottom of the barrel. You're worse than Twist, honestly. We just didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, next time we just have Twist over for the card game.
That sounds pretty amazing, actually.
But it's still in Rarity's house. It's just Rarity isn't invited.
Oh man, that actually. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty good.
But a mere of her insight could not fail to notice now that a line had been crossed. The game had become decisively personal, not like with shining armor.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, it's not like shining armor was the first time. He probably didn't. He's like, Twilight, you're being silly. You can't be upset. Everyone ships you with your brother.
I mean, honestly, the one with Twilight was worse, but it's the way they took the implications.
Right, exactly. They immediately took the implications as sex with shining armor. With this, it's like,
It's just Luna and Big Mac. Who cares?
Right.
They can have their thing.
Yeah, exactly. But how about a little crack shipping? I've seen it before. I can't believe you do that.
Looking a little sweaty there, No.
Oh, looking a little sweaty there, AJ. You feeling alright?
Rainbow managed to get out between cycles of howling laughter. Twilight rounded on her friend as Applejack put her head over her face for a second time that evening. Don't you think that was a little much?
You're in the same boat, you know.
Pinky playfully nudged Twilight's side. I am not. Cheers. That's enough, Rainbow. A flush I back to the table, if you would be so kind. I think we're letting the game get to our heads a little. Do you really believe that?
Yeah.
I think you guys did before you even started.
I know, seriously. These guys, I thought Rainbow Dash was the competitive one, but you're all taking this game, like, so seriously. I think if most people took party games this seriously, they'd probably kill each other.
Wouldn't be many parties.
Yeah, exactly.
Rarity looked at each of her friends as she talked, hoping the not to smile would calm things down. As I said, don't be too silly. It's quite easy to get carried away. Rainbow silently scoffed as she practically dragged Fluttershy outwards, miffed at the usual suspect playing party pooper. Still, she was fairly confident no one had a better card than that. Now then, I will continue. More than anything Rarity didn't want. Big Mac's big surprise, constantly in the bottom corner of her vision. What helps Luna unwind? A zazzy zebra.
A sassy zebra.
Same thing.
With some super sass. She's like a black woman.
But isn't that pretty much the only zebra we have?
Well, I mean, the only zebra we have is like a mystic woman.
But
I mean,
she's sassy.
Oh yeah, I guess she is sassy. I don't
off.
know. It's that's pretty fair. All right. But once again, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've been around the internet so much. This one I might get a little more, but I don't know. Big Mac's big surprise. I'm not too offended by that. Like I said, I just think of McDonald's fucking. They really should add that to their menu. I want to see that on the McDonald's
Big Mac's big
menu.
surprise? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like people are gonna get upset.
They probably are. All the more reason to do it, clearly. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't get it.
Pinky said, after a decisive few seconds of not laughing from anyone. Me neither. The Rainbow's card would be a tough act to follow, I guess. Twilight dredged the last of a pineapple juice.
I'm telling you, no one's gonna beat me. That awesome point is all mine. Once again, they just magically know who everyone's card is.
Yeah, right. It's just when we have established it. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Rainbow said, kicking back in her seat while Applejack silently fumed. Perhaps not Rainbow. After all, Rarity flipped the next white card in her collection. What else helps Luna unwind? I am the daddy issues. Pinky snorted juice through her nose. She does that regularly. Having picked an unfortunate time to finish her own drink. Now that one definitely doesn't make sense, Twilight said. There's never been any record of the princess's parentage, and they haven't mentioned anything to me about it, or to any pony for that matter.
You know, we do know very little about the princess's parents, which might be one of the reasons it indeed isn't that funny, because it's literally never talked about. For all we know, they could be the beginning of the universe.
They are the beginning of time and space.
Yeah.
Who said it had to be her dad? Rainbow quipped. Fuck. I don't know.
Good job.
I thought Rarity said that.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, What you said? I mean, that's even a possibility since they moved the sun and the moon. I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty important
Right, it's not
job. I
my
think the world
headcanon
will
at the beginning of time and
explode.
space, but
Yeah.
we haven't seen the pounds.
Right, exactly.
Rarity effectively brought our attention back onto her. Next, what helps Luna unwind? She looked a little more closely at the fourth right card. Hosting a what is that word?
A library side, I'm pretty sure it's library? It's basically a library. It's just a weird word for it.
Hosting a library side party for Twilight Sparkle. Quite to the other surprise, Fluttershy immediately kicked off with the light yet adorable shockers. Yeah, he really likes Fluttershy. Everything she does is just adorable.
I know, seriously. I don't even think this... Like, this one's very matter-of-fact. I can imagine that. Luna just hanging out with Twilight, having a good old library party with Twilight. I mean, it sounds cute. It actually sounds charming. I'd read a story about that, maybe. But, you know, I don't know if it's really funny. What's it mean? What's it mean?
Pinky asked, bouncing up and down in her seat. Next to her, Twilight had turned quite an unfetched tint of pear. Maybe it's not the library.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm dumb. Sorry if I'm wrong about that.
It's the more variety thought about, the harder it was to prevent laughing yourself. It means an event where you burn books. Rather obvious why Twilight's name had been chosen there.
Oh, okay. That's
Close
why it's
enough.
library side. Yeah. I mean, burning books, reading books, it's all the same. Yeah, thanks, Miss Dictionary.
Very much. She was asked to answer. Fuck you, Ed.
I know, seriously. Thanks for actually knowing anything, you stupid bitch.
Raymond said, flicking a casual hoof. I knew that too, Fluttershy said faintly. And I'm pretty sure Twilight also knew it, so Rainbow, what is your point?
I don't know.
Reggie patted her haunted Alicorn's friend on the back and ignored Dash's comment before turning her attention to the last white card.
I just realized, I realize, for one, why it's actually kind of fucked up. Because this is when she's in Alicorn. So this is after Twilight's library got set on fire. And burned. Yeah, it exploded.
Good memories.
Good memories, good times. I'm glad you brought that up again.
I'm glad we are all laughing about Rainbow Dash. I mean, about Twilight's plight.
I know.
I'm sure once Granny Smith dies, we can make a few jokes about old people bones.
Exactly.
Lastly, what helps Princess Luna unwind? It turned over on her hoofs. Inappropriate laughing at Derpy.
Oh, come on.
Rainbow said straight away.
She doesn't deserve that.
Rainbow, you are such a bitch, I don't like you. I mean, Jeffy isn't even there, but he just laughed at your friend's pains.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm not loving Rainbow Dash, but then again, I'm not liking a lot of the characters in this story. They're definitely getting way too into it in a not the best way.
Wait, who? Twilight asked, confused.
You know, Ditzy Doo, she accidentally wrecked the town hall half a year ago.
Accidentally, it was a assassination attempt.
Her butt is a mastermind of murder.
I'm pretty sure it's Pinky.
Oh, of course, I know Ditzy. Who the hell calls her Derpy? That's a strange nickname.
It does sound kind of offensive, Fluttershy shipped in.
Your face sounds offensive, Fluttershy.
But yeah, your face got bashed in. It looks totally offensive now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Your face triggers me.
In
all the ways.
In all the ways. Intense Sapare trigger activated. She told me she's fine with it, so whatever.
Rainbow shrugged.
Anyway, I believe it's time for my awesome point.
Rarity raised an eyebrow. How can you be so sure? I most certainly didn't laugh at Big your card. Applejack's piercing and sudden glare had been enough to seize her first thrill of thoughts.
What? I saw your face. You're basically dying not to laugh.
Yes, Rainbow Dash.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
not
I saw
everyone has their sense of humor. Fuck.
We're just messing up all the lines. Okay, let me do that. Well, not everyone has your sense of humor, Dash.
Applejack said, eager to gain some viable ground back.
Some of us have minds out of the gutter.
But not me. I thought the Liber sidecar was quite clever. No offense, dear. He changed tack, noticing Twilight look was like she was about to throw something at her. And she could throw the whole building at her, so...
Yeah. You know, now that we've put that into context, that this is after Twilight's library exploded, I think that I wouldn't blame Twilight for throwing something at Rarity.
Maybe they also forgot that the whole library thing blew up.
I think you did. That's the only way I can assume that this would in any way be a joke that any of them would find funny.
This was written in 2014, so at least it was written before the other... Yeah, this might be... Wait, when did she... Yeah, this might be before the library got blown up.
Oh, I'm dumb. You're right. It might be. Okay, well, it might be ahead of context. For some reason, my mind automatically assumed that she was a princess, and then immediately her home blew up. But that's right. There was a season between those events.
Okay, you're off the hook. The library hasn't blown up yet. But that makes the story... If the story was canon, it would be extremely untimely.
That would be.
We didn't actually mean to laugh at this. We didn't want us to have. I'm sorry we did like these jokes a day ago.
I know, that would be the worst. Even without like purposeful context, looking back on it doesn't make it any less painful.
Although it was the episode we had in season 5.
Yeah, where they actually showed her being sad about it. So...
Rainbow leaned forward. There was no escaping it. The one had clearly been won from the very start. Fine, you win, Rarity conceded, sliding the black card over. Applejack shot her a look of pure betrayal. I apologize, but I suppose in certain moods one would find that fairly amusing.
Aw, yeah!
Rainbow launched upwards in celebration, expertly stopping herself before her head crashed into the ceiling. Pinky hoof-bumped her in congratulation on the way down, breaking her hoof.
It was only a matter of time. Yeah, seriously, I mean, if she's just making ground craters by jumping, who knows what Pinkie Pie can do? So that's one... Oh, wait. So that's 1 point to Dashy, 1 point to me, and 4 points for Fluttershy.
Pinky said, beaming.
You rock!
Thanks. Fluttershy squeaked, clearly unsure whether to be flattered or deeply disturbed.
I was thinking with what you said at first, whether to be flattered or flattened.
Well, she should get flattened.
Yeah.
We never speak about this game to any pony. Any pony, Twilight bashed her hoof down on top of the pile of cards. Not our families, not our friends, no one. The princesses cannot find out about this. Jeez, now this has become like an undercover revolutionary story. No one knows. When they know, we are all dead.
Exactly. Do you want to get sent to the moon? Do any of you?
Here are your cyanide fish, just in case they find you. Do not speak.
Oh my gosh. Didn't you say that last week about transbogdation spell you were working on?
Pinky said. Transmogrification. What the fuck am I reading?
Transmogrification.
Transmogrification. And yeah, but this is different.
Trans what now?
Applejack inquired, eyebrows raised. Nothing. So, are we crowning Fluttershy the winner then?
After one circle? No way! We've barely seen any of the black cards.
Once you go black,
That's just...
card, you never go back card.
Exactly.
Pinky crowd.
She's right. This is way too much fun to stop now.
Rainbow said, clearly believing momentum was with her now. It is a strange game, but we haven't had fun like this in a long while. And I wouldn't like to win without letting one of you catch up. I'm sorry, I thought I was reading Rarity. Fluttershy smiled, shooting her fringe away to the side. I'm still in, if you guys are, Rarity said. Twilight looked at Applejack, who sighed. Yeah, count me in.
Yeah.
Still, I guess.
Jeez, you're always reading on my lines.
Fucking AJ. She sounds
you're all
like Twilight.
being racist. You sound like Twilight. If Twilight was German. Yeah, count me in, I guess. But you're on very thin ice, Missy.
She pointed a menacing hoof at Rainbow.
If you make another joke with Big Mac, I swear I'll poison your next batch of alcohol. What's it called? Apple cider.
Apple cider made on the apple farm.
Yep. Let's see. Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Rainbow Dash.
Did you read that?
She pointed a hoof menacingly at Rainbow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that.
I swear I don't have any more cards of Big Mac.
Twilight looked at the game box. Afraid what was the consequences of today would come. Fucking hell, I'm too tired. Afraid as she was that the consequence of today would come back to bite her somehow. Truth be told, she hadn't laughed like she had tonight in a long time. Maybe just one more ground the table. Fucking bitch! Shut up! I cannot.
Jeez, are you okay, man?
No.
No.
Okay then.
Okay.
She said, levitating a brand new black card out of the box into her grasp. What do we have here? Her eyes instantly narrowed as she read an all too familiar name in the text. What is it? Fluttershy asked. Remember what I said about the order of these cards? Well, listen to this. What is Twilight Sparkle's guilty pleasure? I mean, there's a simple coincidence, and then there is Twilight looked up. All five of her friends had restocked and were now looking for answers. Hey!
What's so bad about that?
Everything, Pinky asked. Fuck.
Everything, Pinky asked. Oh, goddamn, it's a pair.
Pinky asked, eyes not leaving her cards. Everything. Just because I said it aloud doesn't mean I want it for this round. Twilight's brain fanatically. I got it. Okay, focus. Twilight's brain frantically thought of an escape route. Look, can I just switch to another one?
Too late.
The pink pony said, prodding Twilight's nose with her chosen white card gripped in her mouth. But...
Excuse me, princess, but you're holding up the round.
Rainbow
and
motioned.
And also the Zelda CDI games.
Yes, which Rainbow is already part of. Rainbow motioned towards the 4 white cards placed on her side by the table. Out of ideas, Twilight brought together all 5 cards as if they had been made of plague tissue. On the bright side, maybe the conspicuous order of the deck had led to all the creepy examples already being played. After all, like Pinky had said, they barely scratched the surface in terms of actual cards played. By her own quick calculations, there was enough volume here for at least another 20 loops around the table. But on the other side, what is my guilty pleasure? Twilight read, trying not to fear the worst. She turned the first card over. Bad dragons. Twilight couldn't tell what card.
That's another thing that I feel like they wouldn't even get. I guess they would kind of. I don't know. Bad Dragons. It's one of those, I think that's the weird thing about this fan fiction. A lot of it is, well, fiction for fans, but like, I feel like the term bad dragon would mean a lot less to them than it does to someone who's overly internet savvy like I am.
So you know what it implies, and we will not say what it implies. Twilight couldn't tell who had blushed first. herself or Rarity. Either way, Applejack and unsurprisingly Rainbow Dash were both giggling like school fillies. Maybe you shouldn't tell Spike about this either, Fluttershy said. She wasn't laughing, but something lurked behind her wobbling expression. What the fuck is a wobbling expression?
I don't know what a wobbling expression is. It sounds freaky as hell. She should probably get that looked at. Also, now I kind of wish Spike was actually in this game. I think that would... I know he's young and stuff. That's probably why he was left out. But I think it would have been funny.
Spike would kick our asses.
He probably would win every round.
He probably just with the way that the cards are given, he would just draw the same card every a time. The card is probably just something like diamonds.
Probably so. He'd just draw cards against diamonds and Spike abuse. And he'd draw a card that'd be like, how many times a day does Twilight hit Spike?
I wasn't going to, Twilight yelled. He coughed and brought out the fan again. He's far too young anyway. I should imagine most of the humor would go over his head. If only I was so lucky, Twilight said, pushing the card away to make space for the next one. She tried to make her voice as deadpan as possible. What is my guilty pleasure? Starts with luscious beard.
Aw, yeah. I gotta love that Star Swirl beard. 10 out of 10.
Quality accurate, though. Applejack.
So, now that is partial truth and a half. I've heard you yammering on about that pony and his beard more than a couple of times.
He was the most gifted spellcaster of his time. Of course I'd take an interest. Twilight folded her hoofs despite her friend's teasing. She had to admit the card had some legitimacy. No pony before or since had shown off such a spectacular facial hair.
See, they're not all bad answers.
Amber said. I guess so. Twilight flipped the third card. What is my guilty pleasure? Being fabulous.
That's the worst one so far. Being fabulous. That's like...
Yeah, he's guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
This?
Well, it's not even a guilty pleasure. I guess that's why it's so lame. It's like being fabulous. I don't know. That's... Rarity doesn't even care. I don't know. I don't see who anyone would take it.
It's Blue Blood.
Yeah, exactly.
This time.
I think... Oh, sorry.
This time, 5 pairs of eyes swiveled to examine a rather obviously amused Rarity. The fan she had doing a poor job of covering up her tiny bouts of laughter. What? Was it so obvious? I couldn't resist, she said. Oh. You want to say anything before I keep going? Because you were talking. No. Okay. What is my guilty pleasure? Twilight continued. A gender swap clone.
Well, you know, I can imagine that.
That one, I can imagine that. I don't have to imagine that.
There's probably like 1 million fan fictions. I've seen too much shit to know where this is going. Haha, been taking trips to the mirror pool again.
Applejack smirked. No, it's an alternate universe, Buzz.
Well,
Twilight vigorously shook her head as Pinky slanted forward.
Ooh, can you imagine if that had happened to me that time? There have been a bunch of guy Pinkie Pies running around. Crazy!
Has someone written that yet? Because it's gonna be written.
It's probably been written. I mean, honestly, though I don't know about the gender swap bit, I kind of imagine, like, honestly, I think it would be amusing to see a mirror pool story about Twilight. I don't know what it would actually be about, but just, like, 1 million Twilights running around.
Doing research. Science.
Yeah, exactly.
So much science.
So much science. Never enough science.
Every pony in the room apart from Pinky shivered. Truly, it was a horrifying thought. You know, thinking about it, how cool would it be to meet a male version of yourself? There'd be so much to talk about, Twilight pondered aloud. Would we even have the same names? Fluttershy said. Nah, I doubt it. Mine would probably be called, Dark Sparkle, or Shine, or something.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know. The references.
Right,
Dusk
it's
Shine.
not much of a reference anymore.
I know, it's pretty on the nose. It's a little more on the nose than I expected.
Such as on the noses are expected from a story, to be honest.
Oh, that's fair. Not for my clone. Rainbow Dash is way too cool to just change. Cool, just change. Yeah.
I guess it's said, puffing out her chest. Anyway, Twilight spun the final card around. What is my guilty player? He twigged instantly to the hesitation. Oh, another naughty one? Only one word stamped out on the card. Twilight knew with sickened dread what it meant. Her only hope now was that her friends didn't. It's, princess. They did. Rainbow tipped back so hard from laughter and kicking off the table that her chair crashed backwards onto the floor. Both Applejack and Pinkie Pie snorted deliriously into their hoofs. Only Fluttershy seemed naive, concerned at the chaos around her. I think I will get some of that wine after all. Right.
It's a little late for that, isn't it, Rarity? I mean, the story's already way over half over. You're gonna drink some wine for like the last 2 card reads, are you?
Yeah, right. She can. Oh, it's always time to get drunk. Rarity
That's
said.
fair.
Once again, leaving the table and snickering all the way to the kitchen. You are unbelievable. Unbelievable. To try and do anything except dwell on what had just happened. Try drew a white card. If it makes you feel any better, I have no idea what it means, Fluttershy said. It doesn't really.
Fluttershy doesn't know what anything means. She's just sitting here laughing because everyone else is. She's probably sat the entire game down being like, I don't know what's going on. Bunnies! Oh, I love bunnies. I wish there were all bunnies.
It doesn't really, but thanks anyway. Twilight glanced down at the new card. Almost at once she noticed something strange. Hey Pinkie, do you know that Discord? The Dr. Discord? I mean, fuck. Dr. Disco. Pinkie just about managed to control herself before answering. Yeah?
Huh?
Go ahead.
Wait, wait, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Pinkie just about managed to control herself before answering.
Oh. Yeah, huh?
Her first name was definitely Spade. Doctor, right?
Yes,
So, why is it only Spade DR, like a title here? Twilight pushed her card forward so the others could get a better look. And a second after she let go of the card, the greatly trained literature-minded part of her brain saw the most beautiful of language tricks, the anagram. Oh no. One simple casted spell from a horn confirmed it. The D and R magically leapt from one side of the print to the other, swapping places en route, and said it to spell out one particular word. Discord. Oh my god! I never saw that coming!
Immediately. Oh no! What a twist!
Wow! That's like
it's such a twist that even Twist is just in the corner being like, no.
It's like fucking wow. My brain is blown. That's not as good as I'm tired. Fluttershy's jaw dropped. Pinkie gasped so loudly that the noise would have bothered Twilight to some degree, but not for the maelstrom of emotions currently bubbling up inside her. Of course. How had they not seen it? This game had all the hallmarks over it. Twilight looked over to Applejack, hoping the placid Earth pony would say something to calm her down before she did something impulsive, only to see a staring, slack jaw and what would only have been the newest white card she had taken in her hoofs, her eyes glazed over, and the card suddenly dropped from her grasp, sitting near the center of the table where Twilight could easily read it, dressing up as Applejack's undead parents for Nightmare Night.
Wow, that's fucked up, Discord. The rest of this is funny, but you know what? Discord's an asshole. Guys should go punch him in the dick.
Right, I am sure they are going to.
Yeah, I hope that's where this story goes.
Wow, that one is harsh.
That one really is harsh. Like, I was making jokes about the library before, and I realized that was where the story was going, but that's a little, like, incensed. I mean, that's...
Incense. That's a little incest.
It's a little incest. It's too crazy. I can't even words anymore. Oh, Discord, I hope you get beat, like, in the face repeatedly.
Not terribly far away from the summit of grassy hilltop. Of a grassy hilltop, the silence of the evening shattered to the sound of uncontrollable laughter. Oh, ha, that's, ha. Angel looked up at the Draconicus embroidered mirrors, considerably taken aback. A flock of birds nearly scattered in the night and similarly disturbed. Oh, don't. Ha ha. Don't stare at me like that. Here, just take a look for yourself. Discord threw a bunny-sized pair of binoculars for Angel to catch. He looked through them in the same direction Discord had been aiming his own telescope and caught sight of a very distraught Applejack fleeing from the direction of the boutique with Fluttershy in hot pursuit. You see, my sweet Angel, my new product line is a complete success. With the results like this, who knows how much chaos a complete rollout could bring. One box in every home. Oh, and imagine, Discord spread his mischievous arms to the night sky. Imagine if there was alcohol involved while playing. Oh, the possibilities are just too hilarious to believe. Angel let the binos fall as Discord once again completely lost himself to uncontrollable laughter, an act of remarkable good timing, as the area in front of him suddenly burst with shining light. Discord! The very temperature of the air rose by 5 degrees as Twilight
What's with Twilight just carrying around, like, an aura of heat? Like, there's always, wherever she goes, it's rising temperatures.
I got your answer. Shining ammo.
Oh.
Punctured the eardrums of every creature still in the local vicinity. At least.
Jeez, I was confused for a second because I took it from where you left off saying it. I was like, wait, shining armor punctured the eardrums? What?
Yeah, he does that too. At least
Jesus.
It sure as they sounded like Twilight. What the angel saw more closely resembled what a pony would look like after a flaming daredevil had gone horribly wrong, complete with burning mane. Well now, this is a completely unexpected surprise, Discord said, now sporting a swagalicious pair of sunglasses. Can we innocently bystanders help you with something? You are mincemeat. Well, that sounds jolly interesting, but I have to iron my lamp. Can I take a rain check?
I think you're gonna die. I think you're literally gonna die. We were joking about the grinder earlier. I think you're going through a Discord.
The grinder. See, I saw the future.
Yeah.
Twice.
Suddenly just turns into a horror story. Cupcakes, but with Discord.
It makes sense that Fluttershy would also go to the meat grinder because she was his companion.
Right, exactly. See, this is what you get for being a dumb Fluttershy and being friends with Discord. Nobody should be friends with
that's why Discord made her win.
Yeah.
Twilight bellowed an animalistic roar and charged in a haze of rage, only for Discord to vanish in a puff of smoke at the last second, leaving behind only his footsteps in dirt and a faint echo of laughter that reverberated through the night. Not wanting to stick around for the fear of his life, Angel quickly scampered off to the hill back in the direction of Fluttershy's cottage. His unfinished carrot lay dropped behind in the muddy earth.
Y'all can't hear that.
No,
it's good to see. It's good to see you arrive safely, Princess Twilight. Welcome.
Princess Celestia said, glimmering with joy. Thank you, Princess, Twilight replied, approaching her once mentor in Canterlot Castle courtyard. They hugged, not caring for the audience of half a dozen guard ponies.
You said you had to talk about something urgent. Is every pony alright?
Celestia asked, her smile gracefully dropping to a look of mild concern. Oh yeah, mostly.
Does it have anything to do with your trip to the gates of Tartarus yesterday?
Twilight looked shocked. You know about that?
Have my sources.
Celestia smiled mischievously. Oh, well, I had to dispose of a certain item where I could be sure no pony could find it again. Celestia thought for a moment and lit up her horn with a puff. The day's copy of Canterlot Press newspaper appeared in front of Twilight.
It wouldn't happen to be something to do with this, would it?
Twilight scanned the headline and felt her skeleton turn to rubble with each passing word. Latest party game to hit Equestria in a huge hit. From Mainhead to Tottingdale, Cards Against Equinity is the latest must-have tabletop game that has neighborhoods everywhere clamoring for copies. From a starting rollout of just 50,000 game boxes yesterday, sorts everywhere found themselves sold out within hours, leaving many would-be customers turned away disappointed. The exact reason behind the game's huge popularity is uncertain at this time, but the game's creator has promised that more copies are on the way, stating in a letter that he would love to see a copy in every home. We asked the shop clerk in Canterlot what he thought of the phenomenon. Twilight.
You know, I'll admit that makes me think of Disgaea 4's advertising. Not that that exactly happened, but I do remember that's one of my favorite parts. Disgaea 4 had a stupid awesome commercial where the thing they said was like, a copy in every home. That's Disgaea 4. Fucking love that game. Anyways, unfortunately this isn't Disgaea 4, and I don't want a copy of this in every home.
Twilight couldn't bear to read anymore. She looked up and stared straight into Celestia's eyes.
What? What is it, Twilight? Is there something I should know about this game?
Wait, do you want the bad news or the really bad news? I know about your cake addiction.
Well, that ending left me unsatisfied. Really wanted Discord really should have lost. I don't know. I just...
Discord.
He really should have lost in the end. Like, you know, it's honestly funny. At first it's like, oh, this isn't so bad for Discord. And then that one thing was enough to drive it right into the ground and be like, wow, you don't go there. You don't make a joke about someone's dead parents in a card game. That's fucked up.
Motorcycles are not. Never make jokes about dead parents. Unless... There's probably an exception, I just don't know yet.
I don't know. There's probably an exception, but really, I think it's one of those places that's just safe to not go. It's safe to not make jokes. You know, it's safer to not even try.
Cards Against Humanity does not go anywhere.
Yeah, well, I understand that. It's supposed to be a dark
it's not
choice,
focused on specific people who playing the game.
Right, well, yeah,
no,
I think
do
that's
want like a version where like Obama and German like Chancellor and the French Prime Minister or whatever, and they all are part of the game. Like they have cards related to themselves that they play.
Yeah, that sounds pretty amazing. And yeah, I mean, I know, but the main game isn't focused around specific people. I think that's what makes it more acceptable. Like the fact that anyone could get like, you know, made fun of. But specifically saying Applejack's dead parents, that's a little, I don't know. I really... Yeah, that's a little too much for my tastes.
Either way, thank you all for watching.
Yep. Oh, quick author's note. Because I like reading these. Let's hear from the author. Thank you all so much for reading this very silly story. I hope you left feeling as disturbed as I do for writing it. Oh, I certainly do, thank you. Here are some rejected cards I had originally thought, but no space. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna read all of these. They're there in the description if you want. Though, Changelings and Copping a Feel are probably some of my favorites. And King Sombra's Charred Remains. Now that's a good dark joke.
Every weekend of regret at Flash Ice Cottage. Variety 55.
Yep.
How much royalty wise as ponies? Oh, these are good.
Yeah, these actually
Burning
are.
down the Crusaders treehouse.
I think it's funny. I think a lot of not all of them are better, but I think some of them are actually better than the ones we saw. Like a weekend of regret at Fluttershy's cottage would have been funny. But anyways, so thank you all for watching. That was Cards Against Equinity.
The game, part 3.
The movie, the game, the video game. 10 out of 10.
Take care.
See y'all next time.